TikTok, motherfuckers. It's almost November 3rd. You know what that means? You either needed to mail in a ballot or you need to show up on the 3rd and vote. It is absolutely crucial that you vote in this election. I will be banning you if I find out that you didn't vote in my chat, okay? Every single one of you motherfuckers in the United States that has the ability to needs to get out and vote on the 3rd. It's important. If you want your voice to be heard, you get out and vote. Nothing that you say or do or type or tweet or blog or YouTube video about, none of that matters if at the end of the day you don't go out and give politicians a reason to listen to you, which you do by voting, okay? I'm serious. November 3rd approaches. Make your voice heard. Get out there and vote in the goddamn polls.
No, Peach, come on over.
Steven,
What?
listen to this trade-off. I'm doing all of the achievement stuff. All I need you to do is keep the chest organized, okay? Just make a chest management system and I'll click the little button that puts everything there. If there's signs, we'll put little signs, okay? Look, we can put stuff above, we can put these little racks, we can hang items. You just have to make it clear for me. My brain does not operate on this way. I have ADHD. I can't stay organized in this manner. There has to be systems, okay?
There's a lot of stuff going on in my base if you'd like.
Moten, you're being cringe right now.
We got Necronomicons.
Oh. I bet that if I
Sacrificial
moved to
altars.
your base, I could just pick up the items and, like, fly through this new age, right?
You even have, like, different items. You've got the same item in different chests. You're not
Sarah,
even
for
using
the
your item stacking hotkey, Peach. What the
I-
fuck?
I know, Steven, because we don't have a system. Listen, all I need is a system. That's all my brain needs, just one system. If you can make a system, then I will do everything else. I will carry us. But the organization, that just needs to go on you.
All right, I am putting to bed the anytime Mr. Moon talks feels weird man meme. It's giving me vibes of the old days. I will start aggressively banning for it. We're putting it to bed. Sorry. It's been overused. New people are going to join and they're going to bully the shit out of me. Yep, last spam.
Get it
Last spam.
Get it out of your
Get it out of your
system, guys, right now.
Get it out. Yes, this is very feels weird, man. Yeah, hold on. I'll type it too. Hold on. Yeah, lag the Minecraft server, everybody. What the fuck? Oh, I'm withered. Yeah, no big deal.
Dumbass.
Listen, Steven. Once my Zoloft starts kicking in, and I can get on my ADHD meds again, once I start taking my Vyvanse or Adderall or whatever they give me, you'll see I'll be the most organized person you know, okay? The chest system will be impeccable. I will order all of the items in the chest alphabetically, okay?
Yeah?
I'll do them by size. I'll do them by category, alphabetically, and numerically, okay?
Wait, did you just start Zoloft or something?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
recently.
Okay. Definitely gotta stay
I had
away
to stop
from you
taking
then.
my... Why?
I'm just kidding.
What
Wait.
ADHD meds did you get, Steve?
I haven't gone to the hospital yet. I'm controlling it with my pure force of will. And by controlling it, I mean getting debated and distracted every single fucking day over dumb shit.
Have you gotten diagnosed yet?
No. The thing
It's
that
not that
sucks is that, like, I'm pretty sure that, like, because I've read so much about it, if I really wanted to, I think I would know the right things to say.
I'm pretty sure you can get anything if you know the right things. If
Maybe,
you're just,
yeah.
like, slightly smart, yeah.
Well, I think for some things you need, like, a note from work or school or whatever if you're...
Yeah, when I was getting diagnosed, they had to speak to, like, kind of like witnesses throughout my life that could attest to my ADHD symptoms. Like, they had to have interviews with people that had known me since I was a kid. And I had to bring in every single report card that I had since kindergarten, as well as doing, like, intensive interviews with the actual psychiatrist.
I didn't have that shit.
Oh, really?
Nathan
Nope.
needed multiple people to attest from his school for
Were you
his,
under 18, Peach?
I was over 18. I got diagnosed when I was, I think, 18. Yeah.
She's also Canadian, remember? They don't have real
Could be
hospitals
true,
there.
yeah. I think if you're like,
That's not true. It's good that they do all that testing.
I don't know.
actually.
When I got my diagnosis, I talked to my therapist. Then she referred me, and then I took a test, and I think I got the meds. I think I went to my doctor as well, but yeah, it was pretty unintensive.
Wait, that's cool. We all probably have ADHD. Wait,
Or
Steven, get your
something.
official diagnosis, okay? So that we can be the ADHD club.
Have you read about ADHD a lot, Steven? Do you?
Yeah, I read a ton when Nathan got diagnosed, yeah. I had a lot of misconceptions about it that I cleared up.
Interesting. What were the misconceptions? Did you think that everybody just got like diagnosed it because like?
No, I didn't know that hyperfocus was an ADHD thing. That's the main reason why I knew,
yeah.
or I always thought that I didn't have ADHD, and one of the reasons why I thought Nathan couldn't, because he could play. Because if I were to force Nathan to like stand still for like 10 minutes and we were to look at each other, like he could do it no problem. And I was like, there's no way he has ADHD. Like, how could he do this other way? But yeah, that was something that I didn't know about. And then also listening through that there's some like big psychology guy or whatever on YouTube that does a lot of seminars and talks or whatever related to ADHD. A lot of the stories that he said were like super reminiscent of like stuff that I had gone through. Like one of the big things that was brought up was the idea that people with ADHD can start projects and like fucking hyper focus on them for like 16 hours. But as soon as
like
they put
80%
that,
of the way done.
but
right?
then when they put it
And then
down,
quit.
they can never go back. Dude, when he said that, I literally had like 7 fucking scripts saved on my like desktop of
Ready
like
to go,
videos I wanted to do
almost, yeah.
that I had done like 60-70% of the work on. But once I like close a project, I can never pick it up again. It's so fucking hard for me to do it. If I don't do it
So
all
it's
in
like a
one go.
daunting task or whatever.
Yeah, I feel even though I know that like the majority of the work is done, like I can't do it. It's oh god. But yeah, when I started to get a lot of stories like that from this guy about patience or whatever, I was like, oh wait, holy fuck.
Did that with every essay in my entire life.
True, dude. I still remember the like 20-page Romeo and Juliet paper that I did for English. Like it was the day before, and I got like an A- or some shit on that. I don't know how I did that in one night, but I did it all, and I never even read the fucking play. Holy fuck.
Oh, did you do like Spark Notes
Oh
and shit?
damn.
So, yeah, SparkNotes and Wikipedia, and like I feel like once you've this sounds really bad. I don't mean to demean any English majors, but like if you have like a good working knowledge of like themes and shit in literature, like if you give me like a little bit of stuff, I can like spin up like a whole fucking narrative about what something is about, like pretty easily. Like you can when you get into the point of like picking and choosing like your symbols and stuff, you can make anything about anything as long as you can bullshit hard enough. And I was so good at bullshitting. Oh my god.
Yeah, you can pretty much put like a spin on a lot of different shit.
Yeah, you just have to pick and choose your symbols, and you have to make sure that they're connected in a logical way.
Yeah, consistent.
Yeah, it's super easy. My classes, my AP English 3 and AP English 4 classes, I think were both considered dual enrollment as well. And they were considered dual enrollment for like, because we read so much, they counted for some literature classes. So I got so much fucking college credit from those two English classes, and I never read a single fucking book. Fuck that shit. Oh, I did read The Stranger. I thought that was an interesting book. I actually read that one. There's probably like one or two.
I think the coolest class I took in... Wait, that's, Wait, The Stranger is, Oh, fuck, hold on. Is that like The Giver, or no?
No. The Stranger was written by a guy, Albert Camus, an absurdist guy. I read that one. I thought it was interesting.
I think I read that one.
Every single old thing was so bad. Gilgamesh, Beowulf, the Iliad, the Odyssey, all of
you're
those
in the AP class, yeah?
were cringe. Yes, everyone was so fucking horrible and boring and just totally the worst thing in the world. I hated all of it. Oh my god. Anytime we got to read anything even remotely contemporary, it was such a fucking relief. Jesus, but it was very rare because anything that you read in class has to be old as fuck.
True. Coolest college class I ever had was the sci-fi class I took on books. It was actually fucking sick.
Sci-fi or psych?
Sci-fi.
Oh, interesting.
Like science fiction books.
True, more like Gilgamesh.
Did you just
Steven,
get dark? Yeah,
What?
If you got diagnosed with ADHD, would you be interested in like taking ADHD meds at all?
I've thought about it. Maybe.
I think if you get diagnosed, try it for like a week and see.
My main compulsion, revulsion. My main there's a word I'm looking for. Concern. There's another word, but I don't remember. My main concern about it was that like taken long term, there can be like heart effects or whatever. I remember that was a concern I'd voiced, and Pixie actually argued with me, and she was like, if ADHD meds allowed you to work out of the gym more consistently, do you think that the exercise that you would get at the gym would outweigh any potential negative heart impacts as opposed to like not working out or doing anything at all? That was an interesting argument, which I guess would technically be true. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to take them every day for a while, like a year or so. But then after about a year of taking them really consistently, they stopped working like they were supposed to. And I already have anxiety. My anxiety got really, really bad, so I couldn't take them anymore. But I'm interested in just taking them for when I feel like I really need it. Like I've gone most of my life without ADHD meds and I've done okay. But there are some times now, like now that I've been on them and now that I'm off them, that I'm like, you know what? I feel like I could handle like 75% of the time without ADHD meds and just like coping mechanisms that I've learned through therapy, but like 25% of the time where it's like, shit, I really need to get this done. My brain really isn't cooperating. It's just like taking Vyvanse or whatever, very useful.
Yeah, I think it depends on the severity. I know that Bad Bunny said that she was incredibly irritated that it took her so long to get a diagnosis because it was like night and day. And she didn't realize, I think until she was going for her master's, that she had ADHD and that when she started taking meds, it was like a whole new world of like being able to focus on stuff.
That's true. Some people like literally just need them in order to operate.
But it sucks because like the hyperfocus, I assume if that's like a side effect, it sucks because it seems like there's a variety of different brains that exist for humans, but only there's only like a subset of those brains that work in modern society, which kind of sucks. Like if I was like a normal person that had like normal jobs or whatever, the ADHD thing probably doesn't help me much. But with streaming, like with ADHD, I played StarCraft. When I was like at my peak for StarCraft, I played StarCraft like 12 hours a day was like the minimum. It was like 12 to 14 hours a day of StarCraft I played. And I could do that day in and day out and day in and day out. And even for League of Legends, we did that. And I don't know if that's in part due to like the structure of my brain, you know?
True. I've heard hyperfocus being like described as usually ADHD people, you can't force yourself to focus on things, like even if you want to.
Yeah.
So like your general focus is at like 50% of a normal person's, but then your hyperfocus is like 120 or 100 like 30% of a normal person's. Like you can really, really focus on things if your brain has that desire to. You just can't control it.
Yeah. It also sucks that like I noticed that my drive, like there are certain topics that are just so incredibly boring to me and I just don't care about it. Like history, for instance, something I was horrible with until I started debating lefties. But then once it became interesting, it was easy for me to like pour my hyperfocus into that. If it was like something that was going to be relevant for a debate, all of a sudden like I could do that type of work. I wonder if my schooling experience was like instead of taking finals, you just had to debate a classmate over the subject matter and one of you would pass and one of you would fail. I feel like I would have done better in school. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, the only reason why I read... Actually, yeah, that's true. I think one of the only reasons why I read The Stranger by Camus is because I'd spark noted it up until the point to where he kills the people. And I remember the teacher was trying to tell us like the reasons why he shot the... Because he shoots some dude like 4 or 5 times. Or maybe it was 2 times. But it was why he pulled the trigger after the guy was already dead. And just the overall like understanding that I had of Camus and everything, I thought like, maybe there wasn't necessarily a reason. Because that's kind of the whole point of like the absurdist thing. I don't know if it was necessarily like taking responsibility for it. Like maybe it was, you know, just playing into the absurdity of everything. And her interpretation bothered me so much that I actually picked up the book and I read the whole thing. And that was the drive for me to read it was because of my disagreement with my English teacher over it. I also read all of Lord of the Flies for the same reason because I disagreed with my English teacher too's interpretation of it, and so I wanted to read it so I had a better understanding of like arguing it. So yeah, I guess that would have been. I should have done like academic decathlon or something.
I think it's just interesting how like with the hyperfocus stuff, how you just have absolutely no control over it. Like you can't force yourself to be focused over things that you don't care about, and when you care about something, you just focus on it like so much. I wish that there was a way to direct that.
You probably have like some level of focus, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think like if I ultra focus, if I like fucking slam it down and I grab a goddamn hot chocolate and I sit there, I mean like I can get through it, but it does feel annoying that it feels like sometimes it takes so much mental focus and power to like power through like pretty trivial stupid shit that you feel like you shouldn't have trouble doing. It feels like really handicapped.
Sometimes it depends on what the subject or what I have to do. Sometimes I can will myself to just do it through like sheer force. Like I'll grab an iced coffee, I'll sit down, I'll be like, I have to do it. Usually that motivation improves if it's like I've procrastinated on it for a long time. And now it's like, holy shit, it's due the next day, or I need to get this done in like an hour. Then I have that like motivation. But then other stuff, it doesn't matter what I do. I can just stare at it. I can know that I need to do it. I can know that I have to do it by tomorrow. And like, I just can't will my brain to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's the part where I would need to take meds in order to do those tasks or whatever they might be.
What if it's due in like last minute? Can you do it then?
Usually with schoolwork, I'm like pretty good at it. At like my procrastination versus actually doing it thing. I don't usually hand in things late unless something else like depression or anxiety is kicking in. But with just like ADHD, if everything else is fine and I'm just normal but with different, not neurotypical brain, I'll just figure it out. I do typically like to work under pressure though. Some sort of pressure.
Dude, there are so many stressful last minute fucking assignments and shit done at school. That was like easily the most stressful part of my high school experience, was like trying to finish assignments, like impossibly long assignments. Like you would do it in the passing period before the class, and then once class started, you'd have like a book half open and you'd be trying to finish the assignment, like waiting for the teacher to collect it, because some didn't collect at the beginning of class, they wait till like halfway through. You'd hope that like some dumbass had like a question about the assignment so that you could be like working on it while they're asking questions and shit. Oh my god, dude. That was the
Nowadays, it's like all online, so it's due 1 minute before the start of class. You can't.
Oh, fuck that. Oh yeah, no, I would die in that situation. I don't know if I would make it through school. I'm not gonna lie. That might be it for me.
For me, my procrastination can take me up until like, if it's due at 9 a.m., it can take me up to like 5 or 6 a.m. But usually I get like a few hours of sleep beforehand. I can't imagine being in class trying to finish it.
Yeah.
That sounds really stressful.
It's super stressful. That's when you know you're truly alive, though. When you're grinding.
It gives you so much adrenaline.
Yes, it does.
And that's what makes you able to like focus on it, because you have so much of that pumping through your system.
You have no choice. Mm-hmm. A man truly discovers himself in those few minutes before the teacher collects the assignment.
True.
My favorite is when you finally finish it and the teacher ends up not collecting it, or students didn't understand what was assigned, so the teacher ends up not collecting it, and you're like, oh, that's great, I can revisit this assignment later and like clean it up. And then the next class and the 5 minutes before, you're still fucking doing it then. Oh shit. What a good man.
Make it stop raining. I lost my cardinal directions.
Uh-oh.
I think that if we go to bed, then it'll pass some time. Maybe the rain will stop. Oh no, it's daytime. Never mind. I think we can do a ritual for it though. One sec. Let me see if I can magic us out of this.
What were your experiences with others cheating off you in elementary school onward? I didn't really give a fuck if people cheated on me. Cheated off me, sorry. Did you ever get in trouble because some dumbass didn't change anything when they copied you? I don't think I ever got into trouble for like anything. I was like a very, very, very good kid in school. I was really passive in high school too, though. I got in trouble. I got one instant detention for something that actually triggered the ever-living fuck out of me. It was when I was leaving the school parking lot, and some dumbass, the janitors at our school were all power trips, because not only were they janitors, they were also like our bosses, since I did after school work study, because I was always working for them. You do janitor work to pay for your education. So these guys were like your bosses too, and I remember that one guy almost cut me off when I was leaving the parking lot, and he told the dean that I was speeding like a madman to get out, even though he was driving against the arrows of the parking lot. And I remember that I went to the dean of students office, and he was there to complain about it. It's like, you're giving me like an instant detention for this? Like, what the fuck? That's 5 demerits, okay? I don't get demerits. And I got 5 instantly for that. And I was like, whoa, I mean, like, you were driving against like the pattern of the parking lot. Like, there's an arrow on the ground and you were ignoring it. And he's like, well, you know, you were still driving too fast, and besides, I'm sure you ran the stop sign at the bottom of the hill anyway. And I got a detention for that. I was like, okay, dude, whatever, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit.
Money. Put money on it. Money. Bet me.
Yes or no? Do you have a Taiwanese power supply inside your rig?
You've seen the power